It is so bright and sunny out today, and my little crown of flowers is loving it. I still haven't gone and Googled the actual name of this type of cactus, but there's plenty of time to do that eventually. This is the most blossoms I've seen opened up at one time on this pretty little cactus. It's got 6 opened up. I mean, you can clearly see there's well over 6 of them all lined up throughout the rest of it. I can barely see what's on this screen because of how bright it is, but I'm sure it's recording well. Such cute little flowers in this thing. Look at this little guy. Seems to be doing okay. It does lean towards the sun, so I spin it to keep it from just, going crooked. This little one's not doing any flowers yet. I think that's a different time of year. Let's see. Is anything else doing? Oh, yeah. This little one's so cool looking. Almost looks like it's probably related to like peyote or something. It's very hard. But it's doing all kinds of little, it's going to do all kinds of little flowers. 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5. And even up here looks like it might do some. These little bits that grow out, they're like a purple, pinkish kind of color. Plants are so neat. This thing is still, I don't know if these are all going to turn into little seed pods or if they're just going to be dead blossoms growing out of this little guy here, which I mentioned before. Looks like it's some sort of dry pasta shape. It reminds me of something from when I was a kid. I don't know if there was little pasta shapes or there were like little crackers. Maybe I'm thinking of those pretzels that are stuffed with peanut butter or something. But that's kind of what the ends of these look like. They look like a little pouch filled with something and crimped off at the end. And when these get too old or whatever, these just kind of fall off. There was one that kind of fell off, or it was getting real loose, and I kind of just gave it a little tug and it just popped off in my hand. So I stuck it in this other pot that I've been using kind of as a catch-all. I got all sorts of different stuff starting to grow in here. Here's the piece of that plant. I don't know if it's going to grow or not. We're going to find out. There's multiple different things in here. Same with this one. Something of a catch-all. Let's see what grows. And then, if I want, I can always just pull them out and put them in their own new little pot. And if you're wondering about all these sticks, these are to keep the squirrels from digging everything up. Because I have, I think, 2 different squirrels that come over and they dig up all my damn plants so they can put acorns. The only way to stop them is to put sticks in the dirt. They seem to not really bother them. Every now and again they will. They won't even care. But they dig a lot less when there's sticks in the way than when there's just nothing. These are some of my favorite ones. These are really starting to turn purple. Of course, the cold weather's all done now. So it kind of took too long to turn purple. Boy, that's heavy. God, this sun is too hot. I can't keep doing this. Gonna have to wait till it gets later. These are some new little cactus pieces I just got. They grow the most beautiful orange flowers. I'll have to make a video about these eventually, but I see a couple spots where these might already be getting ready to do flowers. Right here, there's some little orange bits, and on the other side of this one, there is. Maybe I'll do it when there's better lighting. This little guy is just from one of these leaves on this plant here. I think they're called jet beads. Let me get over here. Oh, so much easier to see. Yeah, I see jet beads. I liked these because of the different colors. Really dark compared to usual. But I like how it's got the green and then it's kind of purple and red. I really like succulents because of how they seem to be really tenacious, and their flowers are usually really pretty, unique, and different. You don't get a ton of flowers, but when you do, they look really nice. There's a bunch more little plants I got growing. Some of these are just bits from other plants. And here's a little Shrek ear. That's what I call him. Looks like a little Shrek ear. He's cute. I forget what these are called, but these guys are cool too. I like the little spines they do. They look like bone almost. This little guy here, these are just a couple little pieces of this stuff. This stuff here, and this one. We have some other pieces too over there. All kinds of little stuff. This is one of my favorites because of how furry they are. They're fuzzy like little bee bellies or bee butts. See how furry? It's like velvet. It's really neat. These ones over here are very fuzzy. Although I don't know if, I can't tell if you could see it with the sunlight. I can't see on my screen, but the camera's probably picking it up. How furry. Cute little guys. This is where I got the Shrek ear from. It came off of here. I forget what these guys are called. I'd have to look it up again. Pretty neat stuff though. I like how weird and neat they grow. They look like some kind of alien plant or prehistoric plant or something. I don't know what this guy came from. I mean, I know what he came off of, but he didn't look anything like the plant it came off of. Got a bunch more little babies in here. Man, that sun really... I just have them in here so it's easy to move them all instead of taking a million trips. And then I just kind of spin this around every couple of days. When it gets real bad outside, I just take it, stick it under the bench so so it's out of the way. Doesn't look bad when you got company over. These are some of my favorites too. I like how tiny they are. How cute their little patterns are. These are still starting to develop. They might have started doing roots by now, but I doubt it. Eventually they'll take off, as long as I keep taking care of them. Some more of the Sempervivum. So pretty. Such neat patterns and stuff. This is another of those little cactuses that do the orange flowers. I thought this guy might have died, but pretty sure he's still alive. Got a weird color about him, but I think he's gonna be okay. It's weird, this little pot came from the store like this, with this edge all messed up. I don't know what did that. So fuzzy soft. These guys are so neat. And this thing, I just found out the other day that this will actually make flowers eventually. I've never seen them do it, but I saw some at the store the other day that were making flowers. So hopefully these ones will eventually. Some other neat cactuses here. These guys get sun at a different time of day. This one I need to replant. His roots are all binded up. Let's check out this pretty cactus one more time. Look how pretty these flowers are. I wonder what it looks like over here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Look how pretty. And now I can see it really well under the shade here. Such a pretty crown of flowers poking out through the crown of thorns. More like a body of thorns. Such a pretty little cactus.